next for a second straight day, schools across the metro empty, telling students to stay home.
You know, some of us parents, myself included, found out as we woke up this morning.
You know, if it's a younger child and they have to find somewhere to go, or they have to take off of work.
Yeah, it has a big impact on us parents. The decisions by the school district turning schedules upside down for many, forcing some parents to figure out other means of childcare, something you at home perhaps grappled with today.
So depending on where you send your kids to school, some chose the traditional snow day while others opted for virtual learning.
Here at KSHB 41, we had one question. Maybe you're wondering at home, why do some districts choose one over the other?
So tonight we are speaking with leaders at the Shawnee Mission and Excelsior Springs school districts, each taking different paths.
We also talked to families who explain how they navigate days like today. So first, let's start with the traditional snow day. KSHB 41 News reporter Gian Kim spoke with leaders at the Shawnee Mission School District who went that route. And
a parent in the North Kansas City School District whose kids also got a snow day.
Danielle Kohler spent all of Tuesday sledding and enjoying the snow with her kids.
I feel like if you're going to have a snow day, you might as well have an actual snow day.
Optional enrichment activities were offered online at North Kansas City schools, but the district already has 3 snow days built into the school calendar for weeks like this.
I feel like they're not missing much as far as a loss. I mean, if it was an extended period of time, it's harder to get them back on track, but I don't think a day here and there for snow days is much of a problem.
The district says virtual learning is in place should schools close for the 4th time. David Smith with the Shawnee Mission School District says it's something they don't want to have to do.
Virtual learning and the preparation that it takes to do that well is challenging. We have the systems in place, but for a one-off weather event, it's too complex to try to get all of that machinery in motion.
At Shawnee Mission School District, the final decision for a snow day is made by the superintendent on a case-by-case basis. She communicates with other superintendents in the area and ultimately listens to the advice of the operation and maintenance crews.
Sometimes 5 inches of snow, the quality of the snow is such that it's easy to clear and not a problem whatsoever, and we can have school. Other times, an inch of ice can be a complete disaster.
Now, when the decision is made depends on when the weather event comes through. Overnight storms could mean they have to wait until the morning. If school districts across the metro end up canceling more days than they accounted for, it could mean adding back school days in May or extending school hours during the year. Danielle says given the option, she would pick the latter.
Normally when I see the calendar at the beginning of the year of what the last day is, I normally plan that as the last day.
Gian Kim, KSHB 41 News.
Our thanks to Gian. Several other school districts went virtual today, at least 10 by our count. You remember during the pandemic, alternative methods of instruction were a crucial tool for schools, and now they're being deployed in place of those snow days.
KSHB 41's Rachel Henderson talked to Excelsior Springs School District leaders about their thought process, along with parents to see how they feel about that decision.
And also, it's like...
For Andrea Marsh, virtual days mean multitasking.
We found a balance where first thing I make sure that I have my assignments pushed out to my students, and then I get my kiddos, my own 2 children, I get them logged on.
You did it.
Andrea teaches 2nd grade, and her sons are in the 4th and 7th grade. Lucky for her, they're all in the Excelsior Springs School District.
Usually we'll sit side by side and work together. While they're working on theirs, I'll be, working on mine.
After 22 years of teaching, she's learned virtual learning setbacks.
There is, some learning time that is lost. I'm not able to give that direct instruction, with new content.
And district leaders say they're aware of this.
Really what they're doing is they're reinforcing things that they've already learned and they're being able to practice.
Mark Bullimore is the deputy superintendent for Excelsior Springs School District. He says AMI days have a different use now than during the height of the pandemic.
We know ahead of time those first 4 or 5 days, those are going to be AMI days.
He says the district's thought process depends on multiple factors.
Attendance days and learning in the middle of May or June aren't always great. Sometimes even being able to continue or practice learning through a AMI or virtual learning day is better than trying to make those days up in late May or June.
Ultimately, the district's decision comes down to one question.
Can students and staff safely get to school first?
And when the answer's no, families like Andrea's juggle work and play.
They get what they need academically, but then also being able to be a kid and enjoy, the snow days.
Rachel Henderson, KSHB 41 News.